Thanks for taking the time out to pop by our YouTube channel. Whether you've been with us for a while or this is your first video, you could scroll through the rest of the channel to find a lot of other educational videos, typically ranging between 3 to 5 minutes. My name is Jeff Tomas, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Ideal Retirement Solutions, and we are in Retirement Central. Basically, anything east of the Mississippi, you're most likely going to move to Florida. And I'm in Southwest Florida, nicknamed God's Waiting Room. But we're really blessed to be here, and everything is about retirement down here. So today's video, we're going to be learning about those 3 main phases during your distribution years. The first phase is what we like to call your go-go years. The second phase is your slow-go years, and that third phase is what we refer to as your no-go years. So let's jump right in. So the first one we're going to talk about are your go-go years. That's typically the first section of your retirement, and you're getting your bucket list taken care of, right? All those things you've worked so hard to have the money, time, and freedom to do. Right behind me is a map. I actually have pinned on the map places I've been, places I want to go when the time is right. So a lot of people enjoy travel with their spouses or friends during that first phase. Right? And they're going to Italy, they're going on river cruises through Europe, they're experiencing all these wonderful things that they work so hard, that you work so hard to go experience. All right? And that's your go-go years, because you're going on trips, you're going to see grandkids, you're going all these places. And because of especially all the trips and things like that, typically we tend to see that being one of the most expensive times of your retirement. For obvious reasons, food, travel, experiences. And those are your go-go years. And then followed by your go-go years are your slow-go years. And this may be when you're, in your mid to late 70s, right? Maybe you've done all the traveling, you experienced all that you wanted to do, and you're not traveling as much, and you're just popping around town, right? Maybe you're going to the grocery store, the doctor, you're taking Fluffy to go get groomed, whatever that is. And that's typically what we tend to see being a lower cost to do, because you're not traveling as much anymore, right? And so that third and final phase is what's called your no-go years. And at that point, typically we see expenses spike. Why? Because a lot of times it's when healthcare, the need for the healthcare goes through the roof. And, if it's a long-term care stay, in-home care, all those expenses really pile up. So in your distribution plan, do you have a way to combat each and every phase, right? Because if you spend too much in your go-go years, you're gonna be running out of money or potentially be totally broke at that last phase, the no-go years, right? So to having a plan in place that will give you the freedom that you deserve in your retirement. And the analogy I always like to use is bowling. Right? Now, most people watching it, and you yourself have probably been bowling, and sometimes you take little kids bowling, or there's little kids bowling at the bowling alley, and when the little kid goes up to the lane, there's these bumpers that pop up, right? And those bumpers are to keep the ball from going in the gutter, right? So I always use that analogy with our clients that Corey and I are your proverbial retirement bumpers, right? Here's the guidelines. Here's the parameters of the plan. As long as you don't jump the bumper, right, you're going to be okay. And our clients really enjoy having the freedom of going down this retirement bowling ball lane. They're making decisions. They're picking and choosing where they go, how much they spend. But here are your parameters. And here is how we're going to combat each section of your retirement distribution years. So whether it's traveling across the country, traveling across the world, going to see family in other parts of the states, whatever that is for you, to have that plan in place to achieve that in a stress-free way. If you want to learn more, please feel free to contact our office. You'll see the information below. Pop by our website. And also in the comments section, please, if you want to see us do an educational video, let us know some topics. All right, and we'll run it by the team and see if we can't get that done for you. And it is a week before Christmas, 2023. Wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and have a very blessed New Year. Jeff Tomas with Ideal Retirement Solutions.